The dating apps are ruining dating culture. Hey Gucci Gang, I'm Joe Sooch. The dating culture I believe changed a lot in the past 10 years. The rise of social media has dramatically changed the perspective of people and value and choices and easiness. I can only judge it from an outsider perspective. You really think I can get a match? I have never received one match in like 3 years of trying. The dating apps are statistically horrible against men in general. We're also bots and fake people and catfishes. That is the norm and it's better to get off of them for better mental health. It's just if you stop then you won't get anything so you want to keep trying. A weird catch-22. Let's talk looks. Dating apps is looks first. It is the first thing you see when you land on a page. Sure, some have super nice photos, some will post a group photo and like why, but obviously not the prettiest one, or post like 2 photos, or some with sunglasses, or some will post bikini pics, and hell yeah, will make you more likely to swipe right. The problem with the whole swiping problem is that the beautiful people make the average and ugly people even uglier. Like if you're like most people, average looking, hell yeah, you will swipe right on a 10 out of 10 because you got a chance. In person, you'll never have the chance or even the ball to introduce themselves. Hey, we have different leagues and we'll stay in our own leagues. Unless you are really funny that you can jump leagues. So we got the photos down, but how about the personality? It is hard to express your personality through it. There is really so little room to fully express themselves. Also, anybody can be funny and interesting for like 5 minutes. Also, some have the weird voice messages and they can be like, hello, sunshine. Then you immediately swipe to left. Some will say a joke and be funny and some get a little too explicit and sex joke right away. Too soon for that and it's a turn off. Unless you are really attractive and those rules don't apply to you. Since it's so little you can input, the video carries more weight. Sucks being ugly. The other thing is the choice. We want the most attractive person because it's like we kinda have a shot. The 10 out of 10 makes the regular people uglier than what they appear. Like I went on vacation and was surrounded by average people. I came to the realization that social media has ruined the averageness of people. Like we go on Instagram and see the most beautiful people on the planet constantly. There is Photoshop and good angles and lighting, the best version of ourselves. In real life you see people as people where they can't hide. Another thing with choice is that we are overwhelmed with choice that we keep looking for a new one constantly. Like look how long you were browsing on Netflix at this point for hours and you put an episode of The Office. I see this problem and come back to the issue. If I see a movie that looks interesting then I'll just start watching it. If it's great, awesome. If it isn't great, I'll just pick the next good one. 50 years ago people had 3 channels and 5 movies to pick from. That was it. Had to be happy with the choices because there were no alternatives. Sometimes it would be bad but you chose something. Another thing I want to add is that I think most women are complimented way too much. To the point that compliments mean nothing anymore. Kind of like a full cup. They get their attention from social media where a guy has to be extra awesome now and stand out. Back 50 years, women would have to drop their handkerchief near a guy and the guy would get it and start a convo. Back then a woman wouldn't get complimented so them being called beautiful would make their day and bam! Marry them by day 2. Now they get complimented by a guy from India. How can I compete with that? An African princess. I just can't. Another thing to add is the whole feminist movement happening. I am definitely going there. For one, women complain a lot and respectful guys listen. Women hate being catcalled and bothered when out. That's fine and understandable. The thing is it tells guys of hey, she doesn't want to be bothered, so I'm just gonna let her be. So now it's created weird tension of men want to be approached but women don't. Then they complain of not being approached. I get what is happening. Being catcalled sucks, but then you remove the good with the bad and end up with nothing. Also another thing with the feminist movement is that a woman's mentality is that she doesn't need a man. The concept of men being first and women being second is too much to handle. I think women want to be first, not realizing the shit men is handling. Men aren't working wanting to suppress women. They want to go and support their family. As soon as men start making good money, their first thought is, hey, I want to start a family. A woman will go, I don't need a man, then be miserable and lonely as fuck. This woman empowerment movement is also young women's ideology. When they get older, they will come to the realization of, hey, I don't want to be first. Let the men carry the way. I want to stay home and take care of the kids. Life is so much nicer than what I make it to be. Why make your life harder? I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on women. Hell yeah, I want them to be successful, but don't talk shit about men. Truthfully, men built this world for thousands of years. Now with modern technology, women are able to sustain themselves, but you still need men. If men just disappeared, every civilization would collapse. Both sexes are important and play their role to put society forward. Men are not equal to women, have different categories for sports and different bodies and way of thinking. It's biology. Got our pros and cons. You can't dispute it. With this new movement, I think we will see even more single people. Men can just date younger while more women will be single and alone with no man or kids because they wanted to be independent. Then realize it isn't worth it, but it's too late since they're a timer of having kids and now competing with women who are younger, more attractive, and can have kids. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the morning.